So this is the Frank Evans gravestone. He's part of the Crazy Cook murder and why they call it Crazy Cook. In the middle of nowhere, huh?
Yes. Oh yeah, I know. The road is just, yeah.
It's funny, you'd see it on YouTube and all this stuff, but it doesn't ever seem real. So this is the place. This is Mexico right down there, just beyond that fence. Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to get across now, would it? So that is Mexico. Yeah, so perfect day here. It's like 60 degrees, just a 3 or 4 mile an hour wind. It's perfect. Okay, so let's do it. This is unreal, man. Unreal. Totally cool. Totally jazzed. So we came down in like a convoy of, I think, our truck, and then there was 2 other trucks. So there's like 6 people here, starting off. I would imagine this is the best trail that there's going to be on the entire trail, the most used. So if you look way out there, there's the first sign. The white part is just facing towards us, and we're heading off towards that mountain way out there. Coming out to the first sign, and I can see the next sign way out there. Yeah, you just follow the signs. Fairly simple process, huh? It's a perfect day out, 78 degrees. It could be a little bit more breezy, but I'm sure it'll get there during the day. It still doesn't seem real that I'm here. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Of course, I didn't just sleep worth anything last night. You know, you sit and think, you know, did I pack that? Should I take this? That's the way it works. So boy, they have probably twice as many signs. If you recall my video going south of Lordsburg, it probably had half the signs. So they must have ran out of money as they got closer to Lordsburg. Getting closer to the mountains. Beautiful day, 80 degrees now. The wind's picking up. Feels good. That's about a 5 mile an hour breeze. I see a couple hikers up there in front of me. Orange pack. And here's my view. Lovely sign. Well, it's been about 2 hours. Feeling good, feeling strong. Pack feels great. I feel like a wild animal that got turned loose. It's like, he's gone. Totally cool. Totally beautiful. Beautiful little breeze blowing. Perfection on the CDT. So as I understand it, these are called Okeechobee, and it's got massive thorns. Don't get close to it. So now we're on a thing called the washes, I guess, because it's a creek wash. Between yesterday and today, there were all these stories of how terrible the washes were. People had to be medevaced. One guy was totally dehydrated. The heat was like an oven. It's beautiful. I don't see where people come up with this. It's a very nice walk. Pretty cool. So when you see this rock cairn, look left, because it'd be real easy to just keep on walking up this creek bed. Look left and it goes on to another road. So later that day, still on these little dirt roads that go in and around the hills. There was about an 800-foot climb out of Crazy Cook, but it was so gradual, so easy. It's such an easy walk. The temperature is 81 degrees with about a 5-mile-an-hour wind. It's perfect. Perfect. Hey, there's a tree. Beautiful shade. This is 2.8 miles. Yeah, a lot of people sit there. 2.8 miles from the first water cache. Another beautiful tree at mile 12.0. There's a nice place to camp. 0.1 south of the first water cache at 13.7, so this is 13.6. So we stayed at the cache number 1 for about an hour. I'm gonna walk a little bit more, maybe about 2.5 more miles, looking for another piece of water, get a little closer each day back to Lordsburg. But boy, it's pretty. Look at this, beautiful wind too. As the sun sets on day 1, CDT. It's a beautiful day. My trusty duplex, trying out the new poles. I like it so far. It's beautiful. There's a million cows here though. Well, good morning. Another beautiful day on the PCT. I slept pretty good. So today's goal is to, first thing, walk towards the next water cache, as usual. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. What a beautiful morning. About 7.5 miles to the next water cache. The trail itself is just right there. And it's in a unimproved area, so they can't actually have a trail or signs. It's like, yeah. So it ends up being a lot of bushwhacking, which these are some nasty bushes. Let me tell you, 1 to 2 inch thorns. And here's my view. So today's goal is 20 miles. Yep, 20 miles on day 2. But that is the CDT. So it's so expensive, and you've got to make your miles here. You've got to get out of the desert. You've got to get back to Lordsburg in a decent time. So we planned 4 days to go the 83 miles. So do the math. That's like 20 miles a day. So I mean, you could do it slower, of course. But the walking is so easy that it just makes you want to pop out 20s. The road is long, with many a winding turn that leads us to who knows where. Who knows where? Didn't I see this scene in the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks? It's like you're in the middle of nowhere, and there's 4 trails you can go on. So it looks like this is a trail again. So back to finding your way through the bushes. Yep. Almost to the second cache. And very out of the middle of nowhere. It's beautiful. Desert. So we stopped at water cache 2, and Now making our way back out to Water Cache 3. It's a 20-mile carry, and there's talk of a pretty good tank at 13 miles. But that would make today a 23-mile day on day 2, so you usually don't want to do that. So we're in a cold or dry camp at about 20 miles. Then it's a 3-mile walk to the water in the morning. Much nicer hiker. I don't know what you call these. So there's my first sign, and pop this last 10 out for the day and call it a day. So the bad part of a 20-mile walk with a dry camping is got 6 liters. 6 liters. Oh. So what did that add? Another 7 pounds. Yep. So in this part, it's better to just follow this road. It goes a few miles up rather than trying to find your way through the bushes, and then hooks back in left to the CDT. So this is on the road going back over to the CDT. Lots of cow poop. Oh, that's some pretty rich water. Big tank though. Go through these ups and downs. It's basically how the mountain slopes. So you go do this roller coaster ride for the last 10 miles or so. But it's pretty, and there's a nice breeze blowing now. It's 86 degrees at 5 o'clock. And you can that's going north. You can see the next 2 signs. Wow, someone left water cache at 35.2. Well, good morning. So I stayed right here at mile 35.2. It's a little oasis. So gonna walk 20 today. It's 3 miles to the first tank, and 10 miles to the next water bear box water cache, and then 10 miles after that somewhere. So I'll just show you around this. So that was my little campsite. Beautiful morning on the CDT. Sun is about to rise right this way. Oh, there's the sunrise on another day. Boy, here's a nice camp spot at 36.5. So now leaving the road and going back to cross country sign hunting, as it said. Yep. There's one sign, I see another sign, looking good. But I must say, this part of the trail is an actual trail. I mean, you can actually follow it without much thought. So there is a water tank up ahead, and it's supposed to have water. I've got 2 liters, and it's only 7 miles to the next bear box water cache, and it's cool, so that'll usually last me, but we'll see how clean the water is. It's a stampede. Afraid of hikers? Come on. I don't quite see where you go. Like mounds of dirt or something, and lots of poop. Watch where you step. Where are you going? Don't go away. It's your land. I'm the trespasser. I don't know, maybe head over here. Big tank. I hear water running. Looks like there's a spigot right there, doesn't it? Let's check this out. Yep, that works. I'll take 1 liter. So 7 miles to the next water cache / bear box. Yeah, see, the trail is just so much more cohesive once you leave the road than it was south of there. Granted, the cattle do probably use the same trail. That's why it looks so perfect. Boy, it's built for fast walking. Perfect tread. Beautiful day. Light breeze. For me, fast walking is about 3.5 miles per hour. Nice. A little snug, but wide enough. Boy, you can see the next marker a long way out there. It's like a mile away. This is not too bad of a place to camp. Gosh, room for 40 tents at 42.3. Guthooks 42.3. Boy, it's a nice day. 73 degrees and a beautiful breeze. Perfect. More cows. Everybody's getting very concerned. There's a hiker. Oh no. Except this guy here. So there's the one cow and there's the herd. This must be the bull. There's the trail. Haven't you seen a hiker before? Has any hiker ever bothered you? No. Yeah, he's definitely thinking about me, and he's definitely a bull. No one you need to fear, my friend. You know, you're on the CDT, right? This is where people come and walk. So there's the water cache, I think. And I think the car out there is our trail guide, Dion. Very nice trail magic from Steve and Shannon at the last water cache. It's fantastic. Thank you again, Steve and Shannon. That's a lot of algae. Holy cow. The water actually doesn't look that bad. It's just, boy, yeah. Coming up on the water tank at Guthooks 49.5. So then you're always looking for a spigot, valve, something that's easy, clean to draw off of. So I think that's a spigot hose right there. So across the street, quote unquote, big tire, lots of cow poop. I don't see any cows. You know, same. The water looks pretty good, but there's always a bottom of very green algae. There's another tank, which I'm sure is probably okay. Quick time.
Water cache is 7.6 ahead. So
that water tank was a very nice place to stop. I highly recommend. Just the shade alone from the tank is amazing. Coming up to a high peak, the highest on this trip. Very cool. Here's my view. So this is Powerline Road, obviously named, and this is our 20 miles, so we're going to stop here for the night. So where to find a campground? That's always a challenge. You know, you'd think with so many people coming through here, there'd be some cleared off spaces. I mean, maybe that's not too bad right there, but yeah, no wonderful spot. And another sunset on the CDT. Sunrise on a new day. Well, good morning. So, found a place to put the tent last night. Pretty good night. Wasn't much wind, so the tent went up without much work. So today, 3 miles to the cache, and then another 17 miles to another dry camp. You could go cache to cache, but sometimes the caches are too short. The last one was only 13 miles, so that would turn it into like a 6-day hike, which we don't want to do. All right, let's go find this cache. Well, this is my true first crawl under, crawl through fence. Looks like somebody pulled down the wires. So left the 4th water cache, had a nice breakfast there. I think the next water is in 12 miles. It's not a cache, it's just a tank. So we'll go see that. Continental Divide National Scenic Trail. You're on it. Coming up to Highway 113. The cache was at 57.2. Yeah. Just, you can imagine it's a pretty hard place to catch a hitch. So one thing that's strange is you don't see lizards or ants, anything like that you see on like the PCT. I've never seen like any kind of snake trails. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 bunnies. We saw an antelope driving in. But otherwise, the desert during the day is just devoid of life. I'm sure if you came out here with night vision goggles, you could probably see more, but during the daytime, it's pretty quiet. Boy, what a nice dirt road. Holy cow, it's just perfectly smooth. Beautiful. Yeah, this is the water source at 60.7, and there's a big Brahma bull there. Just, you're gonna take on the bull? Yep. Grab the bull by the horns? Why aren't you in the pen? That's a big boy. Figure out how to get through this gate. Figure out which way. So we can. Where? There. I don't see it. Boy, barren desert. Here's my view. It's heading towards that little white sign. Yep. So there's a nice tree there at 62.8. Somewhere. The trail's around here somewhere. Lots of cows. Excuse us. Sunset to another day on the CDT. Tomorrow into town. Good morning. Another beautiful day on the CDT. Getting started. It's only about a mile to the water cache, so easy. And then 9 miles to Lordsburg. Or no, 8. It's another beautiful day. 58 degrees, calm. Walking the signs. So while we're talking about signs, there is only 2 ways to just navigate on this trail. 1, watch the signs. 2, gut hooks. You could do it with maps, but maps aren't going to show you where the actual trail is. You would just shoot off through the desert for some mountaintop or that kind of thing. That will get you there, but that's a lot of brush banging. You really can't even follow the trails. Even trails that just have tons of footprints on them, because they're wrong. Because they always go off some way else. On the PCT, people would put rocks across there where the wrong trail leads, or put limbs. No, not down here. They'll just keep doing it forever. So it ends up being a lot of gut hooks watching. Sorry. So a lot of times I'll leave the established foot trail and just head off through the desert. As long as Guthooks says it's right, you will come across a sign. You gotta love it. And that's one thing that's very true. You've got to love doing this, because if you don't love it, you're not gonna like being here. Like, see, here's a trail, and you know there are footprints, but I don't see a sign. Is this trail accurate? It could be, maybe not. So that's where, if you walk a while and you don't see a sign, about 20 miles south of Lordsburg, the signs just fall apart. So you're just doing Guthooks and following hiker footprints like this. In this case, this hiker footprint trail led to a sign. Like here, I'm at the sign. I think the trail goes this way, but I don't see a sign down there. So you kind of look around, don't really see, so you just kind of walk on the trail, and maybe you'll see a sign in a bit. And again, cows make very similar trails to a really nice hiker trail. Perfect 18-inch wide tread. Looks just like hiker trails. But if there's no just hiker footprints on them, you kind of know. That's why I say, if you're afraid of your phone dying, then bring an old phone and put Guthooks on it, and just keep it for that possibility. I have the inReach. Where is it? Here. I have the inReach, and the inReach has the CDT on it. See, and there's the sign. So this is the correct path. Plus, Guthooks is up to date. Jonathan Lay map maybe from 10 years ago, and the trail no longer goes there. It's now private land or some other thing. Plus, the CDT is not well marked for like little Y's off the road. The PCT is very, very well marked. You can see a big sign, PCT arrow. This does not have that. And the PCT is such a freeway, and it's so wide and well used, that you really almost don't even need Guthooks. I just used it there to scout elevations, but here you got to have it. Yeah, there was a couple that rode down in the caravan with us, and they didn't show up at cache number 1. Uh-oh, that's not good. And we were all going, well, where'd they go? So it turned out they thought that they were confused on what was the road and what was the trail and where do you stay. And they turned up to cache number 2. Man, you got to have Guthooks. You got to check it when you're at all unsure, or just even if you are sure, check it again. Because, man, it's so easy to get off. So easy. But that's okay, that's the CDT. I'm okay with that. But I'm just telling you. And it's just not that there is a trail. It's just the official trail. If you want to head off through the just sagebrush, you knock yourself out. But water is the key, my friends. Water. And what makes Guthooks so invaluable is all the comments on the water. Great water, zero water, water's green. That's invaluable. So when the sun is low, you can see the plaques way out there. That's a long way. A cute little bunny. So that's Lordsburg way down there. So you've seen this site before with my training video. Almost back to the road. Continental Divide Trail. I think I want a t-shirt that says, I survived the Crazy Cook Monument to Lordsburg walk. Now just a little 1 mile road walk into town. There's my van. That's so nice.